back up. I'll go back up.
What's up? She like smoothly went down.
I meant to go down a little bit, but I didn't go down a little bit. I went down like a lot.
She went down a lot of bit.
How's everybody doing?
Oh, that's gross. I flew you right when we got on. Sorry.
Gross. How's everybody doing today? Happy Thursday. This is in the way. My water bottle's in the way.
Yes. We had the pre-party started early tonight.
Yeah.
Regina and Sunshine, Badges and More, they couldn't stay. Is that Ollie back there? Regina, it's 1:50 a.m. where she's at in Germany. So she got off early. And then Sunshine said she was already in bed about to fall asleep. I know she is in Canada. So I don't know if y'all are still on, but thank y'all for tuning in. And I hope you enjoyed the live video if you're watching this on the replay.
Yeah, so let's say some hellos. Where are we at?
You do this.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to touch the buttons.
Hi, Daniel Resells. Good to see you. And then Regina.
Harold is hashtag too early.
Vicky, good to see you. Thank you for being so welcoming to our friends. Jackpot Liquidation, hello. How are you? And then, of course, Harold. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Buffalo Wild Wings. What did you order?
I don't know. Here's me being petty. Why would you give an angry face for this video on Facebook?
Maybe because
maybe it was an accident. Maybe just an angry person. So,
maybe they're just not having a good day. What's up, Auto Buff?
Yeah.
Hello, Annie. Good to see you. Let's see where we at. Kim D. There was something I wanted to talk about today, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was. Ruth, good to see you. Hi, Beth in Washington. Very good. Very cool. Hi, Steve in Ohio. I bet it's cold.
Yeah.
I bet it's so cold. I've been seeing stuff on Facebook of all you northern people and your snow, and I'm like, you can have it.
There's like a polar vortex that's sweeping across the Midwest.
Yep.
And I'm like, I checked Arkansas, and I'm like, nope, we're good. In the 50s.
Thugs Bunny. I like that.
Yes.
Thugs Bunny. That's creative. I like it. Hello from New Hampshire.
I have a problem, y'all.
Jolene tried to tell you.
No, it was my fault. I cracked my Thursday night drinking glass. It also, I don't know if you're going to see that crack right there.
Is it going to shatter? If it shatters, I'm going to laugh.
I don't know. I drinked out of it. Somebody out there will correct me. Like, how dare he homeschool? He can't even use the right drink word.
Chastity Grant, good to see you. Ruth, good to see you. South Carolina. It does. It starts at 8 East. I guess you probably already know this now because we've started it and it's 8. So you probably already know.
Yes.
I'm just answering your question though.
Harold, we'll take you up on that snow. You can crash here. The kids would love snow. So if you can get it here in its current state, we don't want any melted snow. So you can figure it out. You're a smart guy.
4 feet of snow. Good Lord. Hello, TJ. What's up, friend? Toy Niece, hello. Jessica Shields, hello. Good to see you. Let's see. Steven Skinner, good to see you. Hello, Rich. Very cool. Trey, what's up, Trey? What's up, Saeed? Good to see you again. Let's see where we at. The Cats, hello, Cats H. I like it.
I like cats.
What's up, Garrett? Good to see you on the Facebook. No, I usually see you on the Facebook. Good to see you on the YouTubes.
Yeah, on the YouTube.
On the YouTube.
If you are watching on the Facebooks and you want to be watching on the YouTubes, you can see all the other comments. There is a link down in the description for you to do so.
Whichever makes you feel happy.
Plus, we get ad revenue on the YouTube. We don't on the Facebook. We're trying to get on the ad revenue on Facebook. It's a lot harder. You have to have like 10,000 followers.
Yep.
And 30,000 1-second views. I don't know why they come with that criteria. 30,000 3-second views or something. Within a 60-day time period. So, I don't know. If you're not following us on Facebook, please do so that we can, make some money both ways. Support the family.
Whatever makes you happy. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Tom King. Marsha from Idaho.
Somebody gave a super chat. You're going to miss it. It's timing out.
Where's it at? Colin!
Does that 5 pounds?
Yeah, he's giving you a new jar. We'll have to buy a new jar and then show.
Yeah, I was gonna tell the story, but then I got distracted. See, what had happened was it got washed, and I was needing a protein shake before CrossFit on what's today? Thursday? Monday. And I was like, it was still warm. I took it out, and like I just heard, don't do that. I did it anyways. I put my milk in the glass and then I was like, oh, I should have listened to my inner voice. Tell me don't do it. But I did it anyways. And now Colin, right?
Yep.
Colin's gonna at 5 pounds. Is that like?
I don't know.
Is that $7.50? $7?
Hey,
I don't know.
Get you a new glass for that.
But I'm gonna get me a new glass. I'm going to put on there, paid for by Colin.
He probably will, too. Daniel, thank you. The LED lights came off a pallet. So we've got some. Vicky is mourning your giant mason jar, too.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Saeed wants to know if it's the drink cup or the drank cup. He pleads the fifth.
Sometimes it's the drink cup, and sometimes it's the drink cup.
Wait, Jessica's trying to get sleet and snow in Texas? No.
They do that in their weird little panhandle area. It's like the way the jet stream goes. It misses us here in Arkansas, but for some reason they get it there.
Oh, Melanie, that's funny. She says, Harold, I find it odd that you go to Buffalo Wild Wings and get chefs don't have to cook all the time. Hello.
What sauce do you get at Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah,
Harold. I like to get mango habanero, but then I like to dip it in. Is it the blazing sauce? That's the hottest one, or is that Wingstop? Is that blazing?
Inferno or
whatever
something.
The hottest one is. I get my mango habanero and dip it in the thing, then dip it in my ranch, and then eat me some fries.
It does not sound like a good time to me.
It's so good,
like at all. Like,
my 40-year-old stomach does not handle it as well as my 30-year-old stomach does or did. So it is what it is.
What's up, A&D resellers? And Billy, how's the resale going? It's going.
Today has been slow. If it wasn't for all of the orders from you guys today, then today would be, I think we have done like $50 on eBay sales today. It's been crazy, but there's been lots
but still going. I mean, we've been having good days.
People buying from us off of Shopify today. So I know I'll give you a shout out in another video, but I'm going to say thank you on here. We got Cheryl Williams coming in an hour ago, and I'll never will tell people what you purchased. For the longest time, I didn't want to tell anybody was purchased anything because I'm a private person. I'm like, I don't want people to know I've been purchasing stuff. But a couple people suggest that I should give some shout outs. So, and then Basil Malakani.
Oh, that's a nice name.
He's from France. I don't know if he uses, he made his phone on Google because he didn't use the YouTube coupon. Jessica Shields has
it's messing up our lighting.
A Family Flips shirt coming soon. Leslie Nolder also bought something from us today. Dawn Zebrek purchased something. Marialis Munoz purchased something again. Anthony Brunk. All that last 24 hours. So thank y'all very, very much.
And Frostly, but we did miss you on the snack boxes. But I totally get it. I totally understand. We'll do another one next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Time. What's up, Kimmy? Felice?
You're doing good. We're only 5 minutes behind.
I know. I'm trying to catch up so that I missed it. There we go. Hello, Doodle Dust. Welcome to the live stream. I'm glad that you were able to catch us this time.
TJ, I believe you have to have 10. You have to have at least 2 of those criteria. So you have to have at least 10,000 follows and a whole bunch of 3-second views.
Yep.
We're like 3% of our goal. But we do have like 2,500 followers now on Facebook.
Which is really, it blows my mind.
Yeah, if you're not one of those, why not?
You guys on the Facebook community page have been so encouraging. Yeah. It's been really hard these past couple of weeks, just COVID related stuff, just, personal growth related stuff, and just to have people be so encouraging, not just to us, but to one another. Like, I just love you guys for that. Like, I don't think you guys realize, and maybe you do, but like, there are so many of us that are fighting battles that we just don't share openly. And to have a community of people that don't make judgments and are just kind, means a lot. It means so much. Not just, I can only speak for myself, but I have felt so encouraged by you guys the past couple of weeks, because for one, I suffer from seasonal depression. And I know that you guys probably wouldn't guess that just looking at me now. But I do have really hard days sometimes. And I really do. One of the reasons I'm not on the vlogs very often is because I don't know when there's going to be a good day and a day that's not so good. And I do my best. And, I go to therapy and I see, I make sure that my diet is good. It's the main reason why I diet and exercise. What pushed me towards, a better lifestyle in terms of diet and exercise, and it helps, but I still struggle a lot. So to be able to get on Facebook, and sometimes I really just can't be part of a lot of groups. I think the two groups are TJ's group that I'm in, and then our group that I'm in. But to be able to just have that is really, gosh, I can't even thank you guys enough for all that you do.
Yeah. And with that being said, if y'all are feeling down and if y'all ever need like a pick me up, like, just post in the Family Flips community page.
Yeah.
Just be like, I'm having a hard day. I could use some encouragement.
Or you could use some funny memes. That seems to help too.
Yeah, funny memes help too.
I have a whole plethora of funny memes just for that. So
yeah, I don't do the memes.
I do.
I don't like the what are the little emoji things? That's what they're called.
Emojis?
Yeah, the little face creatures.
Yeah, he tries with the face creatures.
I don't know what they mean.
But he'll send me something, and then he'll send me like a response in emoji, and I'm like, that.
One day I was texting Jessica's friend Sarah. We're friends. Sarah and I are friends, but they're friends. And evidently, I was making like sexual passes at her using the emojis. And she's like, "I don't think you're supposed to send that to your wife's best friend."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What does it mean?" Because I thought it meant this. She's like, "No, it means this." I was like, "Oh, well, that's inappropriate." Hey.
So he's been going through a course with me. He's like, is this what that means? And I'm like, no, that's not at all what it means.
Yeah.
So, Tom, yes. So we took I do want to explain this. A lot of people, I've actually had a few emails asking me about the eBay store and why it's no longer listed. The reason why is because every time somebody goes and they just want to see what we have, that's why we have the Family Flips website. It's got mostly the same stuff. But the issue is that if you go in and you're not intending on buying anything and you look at all of these listings, but you don't buy, it tells the eBay algorithm that maybe the product isn't good, and it stifles those listings. So it's not because we don't want to share it. If you really want it, it's the same stuff on our Facebook page.
Same thing.
But if you really want it, we'll send it to you. We just don't leave it public for people to window shop because it hurts our algorithm. So
it does.
Hello, David on Facebook. I want to put that on there so that everybody can see, because most of us are on YouTube. Weren't kidding about the cost of pallets being much higher. Yeah. And St. Louis. St. Louis, baby.
They are.
They are.
They're going up.
And we'll talk about that. This is the live stream that we will talk about. I'm trying to get through the hellos real quick. I'm trying to get ahead. But I will say that this is the purpose of this live, is to talk to each other. Sometimes we talk about fun stuff and get to know each other and interact with each other. And sometimes we answer liquidation questions, because we are truly believers in that if you want to do this, that we can give you the information that we know. We can't do the work for you, but we can teach you what we know to help you get started. But the failure or the success of your business, regardless of whether it's reselling or something else, is totally dependent upon you. But we do want to give you what we know, because we believe in building longer tables, not taller walls. So that's what we're doing. So if you do have questions, be sure to put those in all caps, so that if I'm trying to get ahead and I skip through, I don't accidentally miss it. I try my hardest not to, but I'm human and sometimes that happens. So,
is that another one, or is that the same one from earlier?
Let's see.
Anthony Bro!
Woo!
Thank you. I think I'd gave you a shout out, Anthony, right before you had got on, because about 5 minutes ago I was going through thanking people for those. So thank you very, very much.
Yeah, we so appreciate you.
From Canada. And Jessica said something. It was a segue to something I wanted to mention very,
Family
very
flips
quickly.
Brandon Mason jars.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
For the longest time, we don't have a lot of merch. We have the one shirts. We don't have a lot of sizes. Like, here's the dilemma that we're with and that I'm with. I haven't even talked to you about it. But,
so we're all talking about it together as a family because I don't know.
I want to get y'all's thoughts about it. We haven't had a lot of merchandise because we believe in trying to support small business the best that we can. But with that, whenever we need shirts, we have to go, we buy them, we spend our money, we put them up front, and then, we got money, sitting there. So with that is we don't want to invest a lot of money, a lot of capital into something that's not going to sell very fast, right? But we also know that if we had more stuff, people would buy more merchandise because we've had lots of people ask for stuff. So with that being said, would y'all, if we used some sort of printing place where you could do it on YouTube or on our website, some type of print on demand place where we can design stuff, we can have different types of merchandise up, that when you bought it, they would print it, they would do whatever and send it to you. With that, there would be more options available, but the prices might be a little bit higher. Or would you like limited amount of things and a little bit lower prices?
That's a good question.
So let us know what you're thinking, because I know what I'd love to be able to support small business, but how much small business am I actually supporting right now? And in the process by not being able to order a whole lot of stuff. So let us know what you think. I'll probably will do a poll in the Facebook community. And if you're not in the Facebook community page, please join it.
But I did it anyway.
I did it anyways.
Hello, Dr. Crystal Peoples.
Hello.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Jackpot Liquidations is feeling some indigestion because of the
crapola. Yeah, I took some supplements earlier today. Is the ashwagandha? Does that get with you? Does it mess with your stomach? Yeah, I took
maca root does.
Maybe I took too many at the same time. I did take my men's daily vitamin. I took my BCAA powder pills, and then I took the ashwagandha all at one time. I think I was supposed to have eaten on my men's multivitamin.
Probably
I think
should have.
that's what happened.
Hello, George from the UK. Good to see you. Hello, Tommy from the Bargain Effect. Good to see you. Mama Kathy, I saw you had commented up above, and I was getting through it. But let's see.
Oh, that sucks. Kimmy found out on her 21st birthday that she was allergic to mangoes.
Oh no!
Happy birthday! Oh, that sucks.
I'm laughing
so
because
sorry.
It's awful, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm laughing. I'm so sorry.
Drooling with goldfish style lips.
Oh no!
Did you get a picture?
Hello, Shalene.
Is it Shilene?
Shilene.
We said it right the first time, but then it is. I'm not very good with names. I'll leave that to her.
Trey says, "Oh, trust me, Jessica. I judge you all right." Wink, wink, winky face. Trey is one of our moderators on our Facebook page, so she doesn't mean anything by it. She's just being silly.
Yeah.
Tom King ordered a snack box.
Sweet.
That's awesome. We're gonna open up Netherlands on Tuesday. So,
yes.
And then we'll have to adjust because we're just catching up essentially. Yeah. And then I guess the next unboxing, when you guys start telling me, if you guys get one, email me and let me know what you got, so that we can do them together and I can make sure we're all on the same page, because it would be so much fun to be able to do that. So those of you who don't know, we do snack box. We've been doing snack box unboxings on Tuesdays. It's just a fun thing for us to get to know everyone, hang out, do cool things. We do answer some liquidation questions as well, but it's mostly like a connection, like get to know everyone
just
kind of thing.
Hanging out and having fun, laughing at Jessica's faces. And
your faces.
Melanie, I'm sure you're still on. I thank you for going back and watching those and getting those pictures that you do. They're quite
hilarious.
They're very good.
If you don't know, they're on the Family Flicks community page. She always takes screenshots of the funny faces we make.
We should do some of those caption this games.
Yeah.
And the winner will get like a shirt or something.
Oh, of course. Anybody who wants to know what kind of Buffalo Wild Wings sauces Harold gets, he gets them plain because he has his own sauce because he's a chef.
Yeah.
And Jessica says, that's what I said. Of course you would have your own sauce.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hot is it? I don't like hot to be hot. I like hot that's full of flavor. My favorite is the sweet that turns to hot. That's my favorite. How do you do that, Harold? How do you turn sweet into fire and have full of flavor?
Okay, so Chelsea asks, good question. How do you can you make your top favorite liquidation companies? We probably won't make a video about it because the liquidation game is always changing. So depending on the needs of our business and the needs of our business model, those needs could change, right? So and everybody's reselling business is going to be different. So for us, you know, what works for us and what we can sell really well is going to be different than what a lot of other people can, especially if there are people who have, for example, our business and what we buy are going to be very, very different from somebody who has a large local marketplace. We don't have that, so we source strategically for online. And Joe and I have some I guess different opinions on some of them because I like some things better than others. I'm better at selling some things than others. I will say that our number one place that we buy pallets from would be Market Street Liquidation in Springfield. The reason being is that we like the owner, Mike. He is awesome, very, very upfront, very honest, and we respect that. On top of that, it's really close. So we don't have to pay for shipping. We can go pick them up ourselves. So that really, really helps. And then I would say, secondly, I really like, especially for like a starting reseller or just to have inventory, we like 888 lots. Like, I know we like that mostly because, you know, the business model, the business practices are pretty good. You do need to have a reseller certificate to be able to buy from there. But, you know, also you're able to negotiate prices and stuff pretty well. They seem like pretty upfront and honest people. And oh my gosh, are you okay?
Your dog.
Desi. And then let's see, the third one would be, let me think. Those are the two that I really like. I'm trying to think. I mean, we've had good experiences with a lot of liquidators, and I don't know. What do you think? What do you think the third one would be? Those are the two that we buy probably the most from.
I'd say I think it changes. My favorite one is the one that has the pallets in that I like, and the one that I trust the most. That would be my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that if they didn't have what we were looking for, we would find someplace else to buy.
Yeah, so. that would be different. So I mean, I think just one that I can trust, which is Market Street, one that traditionally has the pallets that we like, which is Market Street. We're growing and not really growing. I'm scouring the lands.
Stop it. What?
For liquidators that have particular pallets. I am scouring.
Scouring the lands.
Scouring. I'm on an adventure.
I don't know. Any other resellers out here that got some favorite liquidation places that
I think it's really
everybody do your own due diligence though. If I say buy from I'm not going to ever tell you should buy from one place or another, because I'm going to buy what's best for my business. And then you guys, I have blogs at thefamilyflips.com. There's a blog post that has questions that you can ask your liquidators. They have how to find liquidators, like all of these like basic questions that we ask. I have posted that. I also am coming up. It should be out this month. I'm finishing up an ebook for how to start your basic reselling business very, very slowly, so that you can kind of learn things. Like I have a step-by-step process that I like to guide people through. That would be helpful. I don't know when that's going to come out, but I'm very close to being finished. I'll probably have you and Harold look over it.
No.
Okay, fine. I'll have Harold look over it because he'll do it.
Harold probably would.
He would.
He probably would. So I hope that we don't really answer direct questions. We go around everywhere. Because
that's the thing. It's because liquidation is very dependent upon the the climate. So what I could tell you now might change. Like, for example, we love Amazon return pallets. That might change because Amazon is changing the way that they do their liquidation. So that might be something completely different. So if I told you in a video now that I like these pallets, I'm going to go get them, and then 3 months from now, I'm not going to get them anymore, then, you know, then this video would be obsolete. So I always want to make sure that people who are watching the replay or, you know, whatever, like a week from now, things might be different and I might have a different opinion then. So got to be flexible.
Yes.
Louis, good question.
Louis, can you talk about the pros and cons of having an actual eBay store? Are the fees high? I'm probably not a very good person to ask this question because I've had a store for 9 years.
Yeah.
Desiree. I do know that the fees are for the store are higher, but if you are going to have, I don't know, a couple of hundred items listed, the fees will end up being cheaper for the lower tier store. I do know that there are analytics, there's data, there's information that eBay provides you as an eBay store that you don't get as not having an eBay store. So I would say the pros definitely outweigh the cons for me from my perspective because I'm an analytical guy. I'm a data guy. I like to look at all that information and know what it's telling me. But if you're only doing it casually and you may have like only 25, 50 listings, you know, it's probably not worth it for you to do that. So, but there are, I know the selling fees do go down the higher tier store that you have. I think both of our stores is like the middle store. It's like, I don't know how much a month. I don't even look at the stuff. I used to, but I quit trying to worry about all the costs that I could not control. So that is that. Quickly, I'll answer Rich. Do we like Southern Liquidation? It's not a personal place that we shop from, but they do have some good pallet programs that are good prices. I would probably avoid the Amazon 6-foot tall pallets that they do offer, but they do have lots of program pallets that are good pallets to purchase from them. Layden is asking about 888 lots. I was noticing that the last couple of days, Layden, where they don't have any inventory. It's probably another COVID outbreak. I know they had one several months ago when the inventory was slow. I'll reach out to Albert and ask what's going on and just let him know I've got people asking about it. But I believe that's probably what's going on. I know they're in Jersey and with all the precautions, they have they have like 1,000 employees at that one location. So I'm sure they have like 12 different teams that work that particular because they get truckloads of stuff. They try to sell the truckloads. When the truckloads don't sell, they then start to break down the pallets to make boxes. So I imagine that's it. But I will follow up with Albert tomorrow and figure out what's going on.
Looks like there's a few people that are okay with it. Jackpot Liquidation says depends on quality and price points for the shirts, which makes sense. So we'd have to do some research and see. But yeah, people want some masks, some mugs, some shirts. Sounds good to me. Sounds
sweet.
Good to me. Let's see. Or a shirt that says, should I say it? I'll just put it up here because then everybody's Alexas are going to go crazy.
Can you tell Alexa to put on Family Flips on YouTube?
Can you do that?
Alexa, put on the Family Flips on YouTube. I don't know if that works. Hey, Google, play Family Flips on YouTube. I don't know if that works. I don't have Alexa on Google. Y'all correct me and teach me in the ways so that I can tell your Alexa and Google to do what I tell it to do.
Ruth is asking if we use essential oils, and we do. I actually sell doTERRA essential oils just to people that I know. I don't have like a tree or a downline or whatever, but I do have what is it called? Where you're I don't know, the person that orders stuff. And I usually, like for my friends and my family, I'll just put it on my order. They have like a monthly like they call it LRP, Loyalty Rewards Program. And if somebody needs something, then I'll just put it on my order because I order oils all the time. I do use them quite often. I actually use them to upkeep my dreads as well because I can't wash them every day. So I do use them to help do that and everything. They're great.
Our kids probably use the oils more than we do.
Yeah.
Because they're always putting like on if they've got an irritation,
bug bites or whatever.
They're always going in. Jolynn, she's like a little she's always going and making her little essential oils, getting a little spray.
She'll like infuse, like she'll just be like, I want to infuse some peppermint. She'll like infuse like peppermint and use it as an oil to help keep her alert, she says. And so yeah, we do absolutely use it. We do believe strongly in herbalism over here. So yeah, that's what we do. Let's see.
Did we say hello to Tony?
Tony!
And,
there was
Christy,
Alyssa was up there too. I meant to say hi.
Diane, did we say it to her? I don't know. If we've missed saying hello to y'all, we're sorry. If you want us to say hello to you, just put it down there somewhere so that we don't forget about you. Because I don't want to forget about you or look over. Sometimes we don't do it on purpose. She does. I never do.
No, I don't.
I never do. But I know she's like, nope, scrolling.
No, I know.
She really doesn't. But does she?
Let's see.
Thank you, Mama Kathy. Aren't I a lot more fun and entertaining when I'm in a video with her? Because the vlogs, I don't know. When I do vlogs, it's like we're hanging out and I'm catching you up. It's like you are walking along beside me here in the garage. And I'm just giving you an update about what's going on. Did y'all get that feel? I don't know if y'all do. I hope you do. So I don't know.
Hello, Martin and Maria from Ireland.
What's up?
Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Melanie has she's getting those breaks in now.
Daniel Resells wants to know if there's any tips on growing the YouTube channel. Been at it almost 3 months and not much progress. There's a lot of things that you can do to help your eBay channel. There's this channel that Joe and I learned a lot from called Think Media. Yeah. They have tons of stuff. They obviously sell courses and stuff. We never bought any of those. But the biggest things that I could tell you is to listen to your audience. Like, so there's a lot of people. For one, you want to be consistent because if YouTube can trust that you're going to release videos in a consistent manner. So if you're going to post 3 videos a week, consistently post 3 videos a week. If you're going to post 1 video a week, do what you can to be very, very consistent. That's number 1. Number 2, I would say, listen, like if you're getting look at your analytics are going to be super important. So
maybe we'll do like a I don't know, a Zoom call or something. If y'all are interested in doing we are not experts by any means.
But we can tell you what we did.
But we can tell you what we know. So if you are interested in having maybe like a Q&A specifically on YouTube stuff, then send us an email, put something in maybe we'll start a thread. Harold will probably do it right now.
No.
A post in the community page.
He's probably eating. Let the man eat.
About if you're interested in having like a YouTube Q&A that we can do. Or, just to answer questions. Let us know our because we have a specific strategy for us.
Yes.
So yeah.
Frost Libra, have a good night. And we miss you. And I totally understand needing to get some sleep. Let's see. This is good. TJ says that he loves buying pallets locally. He wants to see, touch, and smell the pallets first. Not always the most economical option. It's true. Yep. Some people, I think actually last Tuesday, TJ and April did talk about, different ways that you can go pick up pallets if you can. April even suggested, unpacking the pallet and stuffing it in your car, so you don't have to bring the whole pallet home, but you can unpack that pallet there and move all that stuff, which is a really great idea, especially if you don't have like a trailer or a truck. You can even rent a U-Haul.
Yeah. We actually ran into a couple that watches our YouTube channel. They're from Kansas City, and we ran into them the last time that we were in Springfield. And they actually, did I hijack your conversation?
No, you're good.
They actually rent a little U-Haul trailer for like $35. They go down there and they actually go through the pallets while they're there, and they throw out the junk while they're there. So that way they don't have to take home the junk.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea.
That's something you can do also. But going and looking, I don't know about you, TJ, when I'm buying online, I'm a lot more aggressive buying online. Or like when I'm like, hey, I want these pallets. Do you have them? They send me an invoice, I pay it. But when we go and pick out pallets, I'm like looking up boxes. I'm like, how much is this worth?
I'm just like, just get that one.
I know, but it's like online. I enjoy it so much more. I love digging through that process. But when it comes to buying a pallet, because it's like, what if you pick the one that's messed up?
I'm sorry. Let me answer this question real quick, and then I'll go back.
Thank you, Blood, Sweat, and Sell.
Hello
for the $2 super chat.
So Ruth was asking, what about antiques? We have not gotten a lot of antiques, but there are YouTubers out there that do specialize in antiques. I know that collectibles wise, Dominic,
the Primetime Treasure Hunter.
He does collectibles and stuff.
The Crazy
like that.
Lamp Lady, Mountain Man Treasures. We don't know anything about antiques.
We really don't. If we do ever come across anything, which is very rare, my father-in-law, he has owned like it's not really a pawn shop that he had. It's an antique store. And he's got a lot of knowledge. So we have people, like, if we ever come across it, he would be the go-to person for us to figure out what to do about it. But, you know, we buy liquidation. So you're not really going to find the liquidation that we buy from big box stores. We're going to be finding more like mass produced, you know, type items. So I'm sorry, we don't really have a whole lot of expertise on that.
Nothing. That's why we buy liquidation, because with liquidation, you don't have to have a lot of knowledge about items when sourcing. The liquidation, the problem that we run into, the problem that we have to solve is, how do I move the items that I'm getting?
Yeah,
that's the problem that we have to solve. But the others, you just, you know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So Jackpot Liquidations posted that they buy damaged antiques and rehab them and sell them locally. Yeah, Rejuvenation. That's that's cool. Colin said that. They got shredded.
Google play family clips. Anybody else get something different?
Hello, Corey from New
Garrett
York.
Has a question.
Where? Okay. Are the damaged boxes from 888 Lots a big risk?
I don't think so. Part of my strategy and part of our strategy when we buy from 888 Lots is we try to go for the lots that have the highest item price. So for us, when I look, it's usually, if it's not at least $8, I'm not going to look at it. The reason being is because if it's lower than that, that means that you're going to have a lot of lower dollar items that you're going to have to figure out how to move that can't be sold online. I have looked at a lot of the box damaged lots from 88 Lots, and I feel like they've got some good prices on it, but I think it's that risk factor. They are box damage. Granted, the insides they should still be good, but for the price, I wish they were just a little bit cheaper, and I would be willing to take that risk.
Yep. Let's see. Hello, Harold. Hello.
Hi, Harold.
Hey, Tall Pines. Good to see you. A&D, I'm so sorry that you had a rough day. I'm so sorry. I've had rough days lately, too.
A&D's just right down the road in Russellville.
Yep. Anybody know of any liquidation stores in the Northeast? Thugs Bunny is asking.
I know Ohio. We've got our fellow TV compadres, Chuck and Chris, have a warehouse in Ohio. I know Bargain Hour. I believe they are in Ohio also. And I don't know of any other places in those areas, but I know that there are some. There's a lot in Ohio.
Amy wants to know if they're going to be buying their first pallet on Saturday. We'll most likely be selling locally, but definitely doing eBay and Facebook Marketplace as well. Any suggestions on what to look for? What category should we buy? I know Jessica Shields mentioned a little bit lower down, looking at what is selling or needed in your area first is very important, mostly because, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of local sales, if you're buying pallets, the chances of you getting larger items that are going to be hard to ship will be higher. So being able to find out what your community needs. For example, for us, we are in a college town, so we have 3 colleges here. So in that way, those college students will usually, get married, settle down. So we have a lot of young families here. We have multiple, we have a rather large church here as well with young families. So we do really well with baby goods, home decor, stuff like that. Now, if your community is made of maybe older people, then you're probably not going to need baby items as much. So finding out what your local area needs the most, or what they are buying, I would do some research on Facebook Marketplace, find out what's going on, what's selling, what people are looking for, and then trying to source those items will be better for your success. Yep. Anything you want to add?
I'd say probably home items, mm-hmm. baby items, those types of things will probably sell best. If you can get a hold of it, a Target pallet that has a lot of larger items. Target traditionally has a lot higher quality items. If not, an Amazon pallet should be very diverse to where, I'm not going to say a small box pallet, but a medium box type pallet should be a good choice also, as long as it's for the right price.
Let's see. Corey, I hope I answered the question a little bit. How do you know what is needed in your area as a seller? It's just identifying your demographics, looking on local selling sites and finding out what the most viewed items are, stuff like that. Sometimes it's trial and error. Some things sell and some things just don't. And then also determining, another thing that's important is how saturated is your market? Considering we have 3 pallets of baby gates. We do have, and we advertise them as pet gates and baby gates. We have a lot of pet owners here. We have a lot of babies in this area, but there's only so many that you can sell, right? So doing that kind of research, and sometimes you just don't know until you start trying some things and seeing what works. So,
Jessica, I thought the same thing. When TJ smell the pallets. What is it? What's the smell that you're going for?
I just don't want a stinky pallet.
And they smell?
I mean, not always. I mean, we've gotten some perfectly good pallets.
Even the camping potty pallets did not smell until we started moving the boxes.
The point is senses. You want to be able to utilize your senses.
So you're harnessing your sixth sense.
My smell sense? Uh-huh.
Your super smelly sense.
You can tell a lot about a pallet by the nose. I agree. I agree.
I don't know about you too. I think, TJ, we need to meet somewhere, and then you and Jess can go off smelling some pallets. April and I just laugh at you two.
Tangi, resend me that email. I've been having some trouble reaching emails. I tried to send out an invoice or receive an invoice and didn't get it. I don't know what's going on. Send it to me if you, or you can send it to joe.rinsing@thefamilyflips.com, because he doesn't seem to be having any problems with his emails. So
yeah.
But I don't think I got it. I don't think I saw it. So let's see. Oh, good to know. Cheaper to rent a truck from Lowe's than get a U-Haul.
Yeah, budget is the budget. No, what's the Penske?
Yeah, that's where we get cheaper. We were thinking about.
If you have a business license, you can get a business account from Penske, and it's cheaper.
Hey, Red Dirt Picker. Kayla says that her Alexa is going crazy because of you.
I tend to give people panic attacks. I'm a bit much.
Lewis, in San Antonio, there is a huge Texas community within our community. So if you want to ask in the Facebook page, I know at least Vicky and Jessica, there's quite a few Texans here.
Texas Resale Group is located in the Houston area. They get certain pallets in. I think tomorrow, what are they getting in? Something that sporting goods and stuff. They've got some pallets coming in, but check them out. But I know there's got to be a lot more in the Houston area or San Antonio. I'm thinking of Houston. San Antonio, I'm not sure of. I was speaking for Houston. We have a problem. I apologize.
Listen, Trey, I didn't see your comment until after I had already said hello. Okay, sorry.
Somebody said earlier you got to keep your beard.
Vicky did.
Yeah. I don't have my fidget spinner. The kids took it. So here we are.
Anybody know any good liquidators in New York that are trustworthy? I don't. I don't buy anything close to New York. So if anybody in the community knows. Oh, Vicky's leaving, but you're getting sleepy. I understand. We love you too. Have a good night.
Rich, I know he commented about the electronics boxes from 88 Lots. I do also agree that they are a bit high priced. We have never bought an electronics box of them because we feel like those specifically were high priced, especially when you compare those items to like electronics mystery boxes that you can get or electronics pallets.
JT wants to know what the biggest profit we've ever made and where do we buy the box or boxes from? That's a hard question for us to answer because we don't really calculate per box. We usually calculate per load. So when we buy boxes, we may buy 5 or 6 boxes because we want to do multiple unboxings. So because when you just buy one box, you're really not getting an overall picture of what the liquidator can offer. So a lot of times we will purchase 4 or 5 boxes and unbox them as a whole and say, okay, we paid this much. We're going to get this much. But really, it's pretty typical.
Somebody joined our membership.
Woohoo! Anthony! Welcome to the membership.
Yep.
You're going to get a cool little green little badge next to your name.
But I'd say, JT, probably the most profitable is when we were buying truckloads.
Yes.
That's like the most profitable. The least profitable when you buy liquidation is going to be mystery boxes. It just is. Like, you can still make decent money. You may get one box that you can make, quadruple your money. And then some boxes you may only make $100. Our favorite places to buy boxes from, when King Kong had the $75 boxes, that was my favorite because you can't help but make money when you're paying $67.50 after the 10% coupon. It's just, you can't, it's like you fall into making money when you're purchasing for that price. But Market Street, because we know what we're they've been extremely consistent. It's not like one box you make this and one box you make that. It's usually like double or triple your money whenever we buy those. And that's a Market Street liquidation. But then when it comes to pallets and such, it's hard. It's so hard to tell with one pallet. That one pallet you may hit a grand slam, and the next pallet you may hit a single, and then the next pallet you may strike out. But you have to really look at it, like Jessica said, over the course of several purchases.
Mm-hmm. Amy wants to know, for medium large pallet, $5.99 from Amazon, is it too expensive all in?
Is it overstock? If it's overstock, then no. If it's returns, yes. Unless it's a medium box. If they have some 8-foot tall pallets out there for Amazon. If it's $5.99, it's an 8-foot tall, then that's probably a good price. But if it's a 6-foot tall one, or it's probably a bit overpriced. But I don't know where you are. Like, depending on where you are, prices they fluctuate. Usually we can get that pallet for probably around $4.50 to $5.50. Depending on what it is.
Yep. Doodle Dust wants to know, is it possible to get up to a full-time income if I only have enough room to buy a few boxes at a time rather than full pallets? Or would it be best to rent a storage unit? So my suggestion is if you can go without it for as long as possible, go without it. You don't need any extra overhead. Maybe start buying boxes that you have room for. Rearrange your inventory room. We've rearranged our garage so many times. We're getting to the point, where we did get a storage unit so that we could prolong getting like an office space or something like that, because we want to keep our overhead as low as possible. And that's the beautiful thing about liquidation and reselling, is that, for some places like brick and mortars are necessary, like restaurants and things like that. Like, brick and mortars are a restaurant. You start off in the red and it takes a long time for you to get in the black, right? So in order for you to, like with liquidation, you don't have to do that. So if you can wait as long as possible, make the most of the space that you have. And then when it's like, okay, there's really no way that I can grow anymore, then look into getting a storage unit so that you can store more items or anything like that. That's words that I'm saying. But I hope you're getting my drift here.
Yeah. But you could also, I don't know where you live. So if you live here in Arkansas, full-time income, to make a decent living could be $35,000
Right.
a year.
Right.
But if you're in like San Francisco, you're going to need $100,000 a year to be like poverty level. So that is, you know, a thing. But you can buy pallets of items that are extremely small to where you can have a whole lot of inventory and not take up as much space. So if you are limited on space, then you're going to have to be really strategic in the items that you source. You're going to want to buy small items that are items that you find in like mystery boxes and such.
Right. Tangi, we did not buy pallets or boxes in Myrtle Beach. We went on vacation in Myrtle Beach. So, and we just kind of vlogged that experience, but we did not actually buy any pallets there. So if anybody has any ideas of where you can get anything around that area.
If you're in South Carolina, there are lots of bin stores. Like it's like the gold mine of bin stores. So Thugs Money said that she bought from Everything Liquidation. The PayPal transaction said Olivia's Heartland. That is correct. Mike, who owns Market Street Liquidation, they own Market Street, Everything Liquidation, T-Rex Liquidation, and I guess one of the LLCs that they use is Olivia's Heartland. So it's a totally legit place, but that's the name of the parent company.
All right, let's see here. Oh, Kimmy, that's unfortunate. A bottle of essential oil spilled in the box during delivery. My house reeked for 3 days, 3 very long days. That's really unfortunate. We actually did get some so I have them sitting over here. These right here, these were awful. They came in a mystery box, and we got like a whole
888 lots.
Was it?
Yeah, we got like 10 of them.
Let me see if I can get the light to adjust. We got like a whole bunch of. This is not going to work, but we got a whole bunch of these. Now the thing is I'm not. Ooh, I should
only one bottle. I think we got like 10 of those in this. Oh God. The same bottle in all 10 packages opened up and leaked.
Hey y'all, I'm going to need a moderator to check these comments, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. Keep going. So anyway, we had so we had essential oils. Now here's the thing.
I think they got them on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
That
cool.
was just
thank
on,
you, moderators.
On our chat.
Thank
I
you.
just read they did get them. So
thank you so
y'all.
much.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So anyways, I was about to say, I was like, no, we got some good moderators on tonight. But they don't show, we're on StreamYard, so I see them.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So one of the things about like the liquidation, essential oils is that a lot of times they're mixed with fragrances. So like an actual essential oil that's been like cold pressed the way that it's supposed to, it's not as aromatic, honestly, to a point where like if you diffuse it, like the smell will be there, but it won't stay for long. Like it's very like light. So if you come across an essential oil bottle that, especially in liquidation, a lot of times people are not going to get rid of like the hard, like the really good ones. They're likely mixed with fragrances to make the smell stronger, because a lot of people want to diffuse it to make their house smell good. And so it's not pure essential oil. And if it says like therapeutic grade, that means nothing. There are no certification licensure processes for essential oils. So you can say whatever you want. You can say like, like for example, juicy juice, like they say it's 100% juice, which it's true because it's 100% juice. You just don't know what's in the juice. There could be sugar and all this other additives and stuff in there. You can just say it's therapeutic grade because there's no like, what is it called? Criteria for what therapeutic grade actually means. And a lot of times it's cheaper to put fragrances in there. And if people are really just doing it so they can make their house smell good, or so they're not using it for like medicinal reasons or whatever, then a lot of times like that smell will linger for a long time. Which is why things are just sitting here in boxes, because I'm like, I can't even open the box. So what's up, Brandon? Good to see you. Let's see. Drone retrieval video.
I have my drone that I want picked out, but it's not in the budget yet. It's a DJI Air Pro 2, I believe. Starting off about $1,000. But
Jessica was the ninja that got the stock, the YouTube
thank
people.
you.
Because Tom's like, I'm gonna hide Jessica Shields so I can hide someone.
Jessica's quick.
She's
I've
fast.
seen
between Jessica and TJ, it's gonna be hard for anyone else to get them.
Yeah. And then somebody had said something up there, new beginning, beginning.
What are we talking about? Okay.
Your house is turned into a warehouse. We feel your pain.
So this,
what is that? Was that a bug or?
Yeah, there's a bug flying.
Okay.
So this area right here, guys,
like,
you see this brick right here. This is the outside of our house. So we have the garage over here, right? And then there's a carport. So the garage was added on, but this is a carport area. We closed this in because we needed more warehouse space.
We did.
So
we closed it right before we started filming for the TV show. Because they came and we did like a trial setup of like what it would look like to unbox and such. And then we're like, after they left, we're like, I got to think, I'm like, there's no way that we're going to be able to get all of those TV people in the garage with all the space that we have and have room to move around. So I actually closed this in like a week after I had hernia surgery.
You're not wrong. If you buy really small stuff, you can fit more stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we have like, I think 1,400 active listings right now on eBay, and we've got room for probably another 2,000. But if you have like a large boxes, there's no way that you're going to get 2,000 items listed and stored in here.
Hey, if y'all don't see the YouTube people who are saying things, then the moderators are doing their job.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And then Twinice earlier, Lance's wife, had thanked us and TJ for Lance. I was going to say that Lance is like, he's one of those go-getters. He's a go-getter, y'all. I like Lance's does coaching and accountability calls with us. And I really enjoy Lance because Lance is one of those dudes where he thinks about the business. And he's like, I'm going to do this, and I think this will help. And then he actually does it, and then he sees the results, and he's like, yeah, like, I want to do more. So Lance, I don't know if you're still on, Lance makes it easy to reciprocate information because he's hungry. He wants it, and then he takes the information, and he runs with it. And I think that's a big part of why we do the membership group, because, you know, I would love to give out information for free to people all day, every day, but I don't have time to spend on people who only want the information. If you don't want to apply the information and actually do something in your life, that, like, I'm sorry, but I just don't have the time for that. Like, I only have limited time, and I want to be able to spend the time I have on people who are actually going to do the thing that they say they're going to do. And then that's where a lot of people, you know, in YouTube, people get mad at YouTubers, and they don't realize that most of the people that hear are going to hear it and then think about it, but they never actually do it. And that's not to say anybody out here that's listening, that's just how it is.
This is a good point. Autobuff says there's a difference between buying wholesale and liquidation in cost. There's a difference between buying wholesale and liquidation in general.
Yeah.
But yes, if you're buying wholesale, your money, it's going to cost more. Your margins are going to be lower, but you have less risk, right? So, but with liquidation, there's a whole bunch of reasons why a big box company would liquidate items, right? So, because of the risk, because of the unknown, they're going to be a lot lower. And I think this is something that I talk about quite a bit. Is with liquidation is a lot of people don't really account for the risk, and they don't really account for exactly what liquidators are responsible for. So when you are a business, like say it wasn't a liquidation business, but you are like a brick and mortar store, you're in charge of sourcing products to fill that store. It is your job to find the company that represent your brand that you want to be able to purchase from, ask the questions, find out, because ultimately if something turns out badly or if a customer buys it, you know, then that's on you because you're the face of that product that you've sourced, right? So it's the same thing with liquidation. The thing is it is not, the liquidator's job is to move these items, and there's so much that goes on with it, and there's so much hands off on the items as it moves down the line to like the liquidators that we buy from, that it wouldn't make sense financially or logistically for liquidators to make sure that every pallet is profitable. But what they are responsible for is to answer your questions, right? So, when you ask them what their process is, what do you do when you receive the pallet? Do you know what the source that you got them from does to when they receive their pallets? Like, who is palletizing these items? Because I don't know if you guys know this, but most of the time when they go from big box items, they just fill a truck from floor to ceiling. They're not palletized by the big box companies most of the time, right? So somebody has to palletize these items. Who does that? Do you know who is palletizing your pallets, right? So they're not going to really, now chances are they're probably not going to tell you who their source is. Otherwise you can just, that's a bad business decision for them, because then you could just surpass them and do that, right? So your questions are like, how can I guarantee that I'm getting the best bang for my buck? And although there's a lot of risk in liquidation, you can ask these questions. I have a blog about it on my Facebook page, not my Facebook page.
It's on her face.
No, it's not on my face.
She's got a blog on her face.
It's getting late.
That's
apparently.
A booger, Jessica. That's not a blog.
On my blog post, I have some information on that. I'd be happy to elaborate also if anybody needs elaboration on exactly where pallets come from, because I think a lot of people don't even know where pallets come from. I've actually had people ask me, where on the Amazon website can you get Amazon pallets? And you can't. That's not how it works. So I'd be happy to elaborate on what that is, where that's come from, where the pallets come from, and everything like that. But yes, buying wholesale is very, very different than buying in liquidation. And your margins are going to be different and your prices are going to be different. Right. Yep. So I hope that helps. Beth, I totally get it with the snarky comments.
We apologize first.
Yes.
That somebody made a snarky comment.
Yes.
You.
I'm sorry about that. That's not what we want.
I find myself blocking more and more people from our channel lately because of their snarky comments.
Yeah.
That I had to do it to protect myself from saying something back. I'd rather, like, if you don't like us and you took that much time to say it, like, then just, I'll help you. Never find us again.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's finding the balance between like being the light and being encouraging and then protecting yourself, because every time you go online, there's all these keyboard warriors out there. So I want to encourage you, since we're all part of a community, like, this is our strategy here, right? So our strategy is that we don't know what's going on in anyone else's life, but we also don't want to put too much of ourselves out there where we can get hurt ourselves, but we can be the light. We can be positive people. And I think that that's the way that we battle that. We battle by not paying attention, not encouraging negative behavior, but we can also offset it by being hyper encouraging, so that people who need that, they're going to find that before they find the negativity. Yeah. Right. So that's what Joe and I have talked about.
And there's a difference between somebody who's just being like, and then somebody who's having a hard time in life and they're taking it out on somebody.
Where are we at? It skipped. I'm sorry. I gotta go back up. Let's see.
And we do. We have about 10 more minutes, so this is the first goodbye.
Woo, woo.
The kids are actually at Mimi and Paul's house tonight, and it's about a 10-minute drive to get them. So we will be leaving here probably, I don't know, 8:15, 8:20 to go and get them.
Corey has a question.
Yeah.
How do I get an increase in listings for eBay?
How long of a seller have you been? If you've been a seller for a little while,
go get her.
And oh god, sorry, Corey. Back to the question. Melanie and Jessica have distracted me again. This bug keeps flying around. Every time I see it, I'm like, is that an orb? But it's really just a bug. But Corey, it depends on how long that you've been selling on eBay. If you haven't been selling on eBay very long, the best way to get increases is to sell items, build trust, ship the items fast, do that. If you have a good track record on eBay so far and you're limited on the amount of items that you can list, it's not going to hurt to call eBay and see about getting limits increased.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I'm scrolling down. They've got some good conversation going on over here.
It's a go-getter.
Tangy wants to know if you can buy liquidation from Lowe's and Home Depot. You can.
Not directly, but you can get a Lowe's truckload for probably around $2,800 right now. A Home Depot load is probably going to cost you $3,500 to $4,500 depending on where. If it's an HD turbo load, it's different. Don't ask about what's the difference. But an HD, just a regular HD load, will probably cost $3,500 to $4,600. An HD turbo load's about $5,500 to $6,500, depending upon the manifest.
I'm just really loving like how everybody is helping each other answer these questions. Like I'm scrolling down, I'm like, I love this.
Weepa family ask what moderators are for, and that is an exact reason. Moderators are here to help answer questions that we aren't able to get to. They're there to help make sure that the chat is safe for everybody, because people come on and they just start posting random stuff just to post random stuff. So that's what they are there for.
Yes, I have had some late night messages. But
You've had recent ones this week?
I think so, yeah. But I just deleted them.
Hey, if you're a dude, you're watching this.
Oh my gosh, don't do it again.
Like, there's no need for you to message my wife at 2 a.m. to say, hello, hey, how are you doing? There's no reason for it.
And I'm a doula, and I'm going to be on call starting next week, so I can't turn my phone off. Like, it has to be on in case my client goes into labor. So
and
if I'm never
jealous person, but that's just
if I'm not here for an unboxing on Tuesday live stream, or I'm not here on a Thursday night, it's because I'm at a birth. Yeah. So,
and I will say, I do get lots of comments about like, your wife is hot, like she's hot. I know she's a hottie. I get that, but she's mine. She's not Joe's. Mine. There's no need for you to message her at 2 a.m. She's sleeping next to me.
He put a ring on it.
I'm gonna pick it up like, hey, what are you wearing?
Jake from State Farm.
This is Joe from Famous Flips. What's up, Rita?
What's up? Look at all these wonderful people.
I know.
Let's see. Steve is telling you something about drones.
I'm not worried about the FAA. I'm not worried about old government. There's huge things coming from those suckers everywhere. I'm in Arkansas. I will fly that sucker around my house all day long. What?
No, I'm just cracking. You're just funny.
Oh, I will. What are you gonna do?
What's up, Going Rogue?
What's up, Jeremy?
Let's see. Hello, RV Butterfly. Hello, Glenn. Thank you. I appreciate the appreciation. Harold says, or a woman. We don't judge.
Women, if you're messaging my wife at 2 a.m., she's mine. I know. She hot. What did I say?
Let's see. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Message Joe. He won't wake up. So. Yeah, he married me. He got lucky.
Yeah.
He got lucky.
I had dreams about a purple-headed girl before I ever met her.
That's true. He did.
I did. And then I was like, she started telling her story. I was like, oh my God.
I thought he didn't like me.
This is the girl.
So we had friends. Over. I lived with my daughter is from a previous relationship. My oldest, Jolynn. And so I had her. I was a single mom. I had her, and I was living with two other women. And we were part of this church and everything. And I was a preschool teacher at the time, and loved it. Loved being a preschool teacher. Had lots of friends. And actually, that's where I met Whitney. But Whitney was our mutual friend because she went to church with him, but worked with
Whitney
me.
That works here.
Yes, Whitney who works here. We've known her since before we were married. And I probably credit her, really, that we found each other.
We know what you meant, Jessica Shields. It wasn't dirty. We know. Typo. I mix up words all the time. I know how easy it is.
Yeah. So basically, I invited everybody over on Friday nights. I would have what we call Shabbat. So like one of my friends, she cooked a lot. She loved to cook for like large groups of people. So we'd invite like some friends over. We'd hang out, play guitar.
It was a Sunday thing after church.
It started as a Friday thing. You came on a Sunday because it was my birthday.
Yeah.
But it was normally a Friday night thing. Whitney had gone before.
It wasn't your birthday then. It wasn't your birthday until Friday until I ordered you the flowers, and then I came over that night. This is the Sunday before. Maybe I should be telling the story.
You should, because apparently I don't remember it.
Hey, y'all. Would this be funny to see? You know those no shock collars?
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm scared.
I'm not going to put it on you. Would it be funny for me to put on a no shock collar and let her ask me questions that she knows the answer to about our relationship? And then when I get it wrong, would that be funny?
No,
to be
it
on
would
Facebook?
not be funny.
But anyway, I was at her house on a Sunday because Jennifer and Whitney were invited over, and I was just the third wheel. So I went there, and they were all telling their stories about, like, what God had done for them, and just, the miry muck they'd walked through and where they were at. And the whole time I was just like, oh my God, like I've got my eyes closed, and I'm like, because I was trying all that I had to, like, not reach over and, like, try to hold her hand, because I never talked to her before. But I was like, dang it, this is the girl I've been dreaming about. This is crazy.
Side note, I was saved which means that I accepted Jesus Christ into my life on October 26th of 2014. And he was fasting that week, and he just felt like he needed to. And on Sunday, I guess I had agreed to go to church with my friends. I was not the same person that I was now. And I was, in fact, very, very mad at whatever higher power was up there, because I was very sick, had lots of mental illness, and just, I was a drug addict and a lot of other things. And so I ended up going to church, and he actually was doing a week-long fast, but cut his fast the night that I got saved, which was weird. It was very weird.
I had a vision of a girl, purple-headed girl, never seen her face. And in the vision itself, like, I was watching her go along this creek, which prophetically, it's like, creek is like a journey in life. And she had jumped over this bridge, and there was this bull that had been chasing her. And she jumped up to the back of the truck where I was at, as I was praying for her, and the bull could no longer get her. So yes. And then,
then he met me, and I thought he was mad at me because he was sitting there like this.
I was like this. I was praying, trying to hold her hand. And we were married 3 months later. And here we are.
Everybody thought
5.5 years later.
Everybody thought I was pregnant because we got married so fast.
Yeah, everybody did. And no. And but yes, Tangi asked what faith we are. We believe in Jesus. That, I guess you can call that Christians, what the world would call Christians. We're not. We're not We are peculiar people. In that. What the heck?
What just happened?
I don't know. Are we still live?
What did you do?
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay.
I didn't do it. So that's that. But yeah, she had me at hello. And then I had never asked for a girl her phone number in my entire life. And I did it with her because I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right once in my life. And I had been married previously, but I got her number from a friend. But Jessica, I asked her, I said, I want to be able to call you. And she was like, oh my God.
I didn't even want to date anyone. Like, I had just gotten out of, like, terrible relationships. Like, the last relationship that I had, the reason why I had to move to Conway to begin with was because my previous relationship was addicted to drugs with me. And when Jolene was at Jolene's biological dad is a wonderful man. He's very, very nice. We didn't work out because we didn't really have the skills and stuff, but he's a very good dad to her. And she goes and sees him all the time, and he loves her. And why are you touching things?
I'm not, dude. It's our website. We're good.
And all that. But like when she wasn't around, and that's one thing. I never did drugs when I had her. Like, I never did, because I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. Like the maternal instinct in me. But I would be so self-destructed when she was gone. And she would spend just as much time at her dad's house as she would with me. But when I finally got out of that relationship, he stole all my money. I actually had a friend who had to buy me milk for my kid because I couldn't even get milk for my kid. Then my boss at my preschool, she's a spirit-filled Christian woman as well. And she gave me money for gas just out of the kindness of her heart. And I'll never forget it. I'll never forget like the support that I had. But like I was like, then he comes along and I'm like, bro, like I need to like not be around dudes.
But then she saw my blue eyes and she was
no, you said you were like so honorable. Like I had never had someone treat me the way that you treated me. Like I didn't really think I deserved that. You know what I mean? Like I didn't think I deserved for you to be so chivalrous.
I was a gentleman.
And that's what got me. I was like, all right, well, maybe I should give it a try.
See, guys, it works. You should open your door for the ladies.
WEPA family, managing business and being homeschool parents. First of all, you have to get rid of all the mindsets that you have to do everything and be everywhere at once. And some days you don't get anything done, and that's okay. With homeschooling, some days we get a lot done and we learn a lot, and some days we don't. Same thing with the business. But as long as you're working towards it and you're not just like, oh, I don't feel like doing it today. But some days, like you can't get everything done. And we have to all work together. It takes a lot of communication. We are not a family that struggles with family time.
We have over family time.
We actually have to schedule time where we're not around each other.
Yeah.
Because we're around each other all the time. The kids are an active part of our business. We're an active part of their homeschool. The kids are around each other all the time. My parents have started scheduling days where they just take one child. So that child can just go and be with their Gammy and Papa and, just have like time that's just theirs, because we spend so much time together that it's actually counterproductive to our relationships.
Yeah. And I think, for us is people can't really compare us with how we homeschool because we're very not true. I mean, traditional, I would say traditional. When I think of homeschooling, I usually think of the man is working and the woman staying home and homeschooling their kids. Right. And that's, how I don't know. It could be different. It could be the husband staying home and the wife working, but it's usually one parent doing a lot of the homeschooling. And Jessica, she takes the lead in homeschooling, but there are times like, she works with the kids from 8 to 11 pretty much every day. And then, just for ease of purposes, I watch the kids 11 to 2 every day. And then Whitney watches the kids 2 to 5. So we all take an active role in homeschooling. That's a lot. It's not traditional. So that's why I say it's different. So our model, the way that we do it, like we chose this work as a profession because we have a lifestyle that we want to live that allows us to be able to have the freedom to homeschool. And it wouldn't be fair to Jessica if I was like, okay, this is a lifestyle that we want, but I'm going to go and do all the work and then you can stay and homeschool the kids, or vice versa. So we all sacrifice a little bit of what it is that drives us so that we can have the lifestyle that we want to be able to create an atmosphere in which we can homeschool.
And some days things don't get done.
No.
Like it's just part of it. Like sometimes we don't get the listings that we want to get listed. Sometimes we don't get through the homeschool. And like, a lot of stuff, if the kids just can't do, like Jolene's really the only one that uses a curriculum at any point. But like if there's a curriculum and she just can't do it, then we do something else. Like learning does not have to take place in A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah. Like it doesn't have to go in a line. Like you can, sometimes like Joe, he did for like a social studies / math. He showed her how to look. He showed her what he does with drafts. Like he was approving some drafts from our VA, and she sat down with him and he said, look, here's what I do. Here's the math that I use, so that she could actually see that the math that she was learning would be integral for her when she is an adult and she needs to do it. She likes to bake. If we bake something or if we cook something, we use measuring cups and measuring spoons. If she cannot look down and say, I just cannot do this right now, I'm not going to power struggle with her, because nobody have time for power struggles. Like, I'm not going to sit here and let her throw a fit on the floor and feel like we're not getting anything done and then get super stressed out. I'm going to say, look, I'm going to push you for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, try to get as much done. If you can't do that, then let's go do this instead. Something that's not that, and you just have to do that. If you're going to homeschool and run a business, I've got passion projects. Like, I've got prenatal appointments that I do with my clients. I'm a CrossFitter. I've got responsibilities to to my friends and my family. Like, that is so much. And the key is that it's progress. It's forward motion. It's not perfection. There is no day that goes by that is absolutely perfect that I get everything done. I just have to decide, when things start going south, what can I drop today? Like, what can I not get done today that's not going to ruin us for the rest of the week? Like, what, maybe instead maybe we'll just do this. Jolene, why don't you just read a chapter in your book, and instead of writing a paragraph, because you're just not going to get that done today, we'll talk about it in the car on the way to such and such. And then I'll ask questions for comprehension. So it doesn't have to be exactly the way that we set down. Danielle, I'm a doula. And I have clients that we talk about their plans, and I help them learn to advocate and to prepare for that. So I'm not a nurse, no, but I am a doula.
Kiwi girl came up. She just came in just cracking jokes.
That's so funny. Hey, I don't let them teach geography.
Grammar either, because that one time this person messaged us on the YouTube saying that we were ignorant for homeschooling because I said I seen it and not I saw it. And they had to share a story about how a couple homeschooled 3 daughters down the road from them when they were younger, and that all 3 daughters, 2 of them grew up to be prostitutes and 1 was a crackhead. And I'm like, well, it's a great thing that we only have 2 daughters and we have 1 son. So it is what it is. But thank you, Kiwi girl, for making your appearance. And Tom, you are right. It is a final goodbye. We do have to go pick up the kids. But it's been a lot of fun hanging out. I enjoyed this evening hanging out with you guys. It was nice.
I enjoyed this. This was fun.
Yeah.
So same time next week, my friends. And if you are available to catch us on the live stream Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central, we'll be doing a Netherlands snack box unboxings, hanging out, having a good time, talking about fun stuff. So,
yep. And if you've liked this video, and if you've been watching for at least 10 minutes, you've liked it enough, hit the like button. If you're like, that guy's a jerk, then hit the thumbs down. It
helps the algorithm too.
Yeah, either way it goes. We appreciate y'all. Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Alexa, turn off the lights.
Do it!